Hello, welcome. This is Solar Vibes. I'm Adele, and for today's reading, I have a love reading. As I was shuffling the deck, guess what popped out? These cards. So I haven't looked or seen what the other cards are. All I know is the Lovers popped out, which I knew it was time to do another love reading. We have the Lovers, the Page of Cups. This is a new beginning, a new love. We have the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, interesting. The Nine of Cups. Someone who has been holding on to having their wishes granted when it comes to love. And they also have a lot to give when it comes to love. We have the Page of Swords. Ooh, we have a masculine energy popping out. Ooh, we have a feminine energy popping out. We have the King of Pentacles who has been watching this Queen of Wands, this feminine energy that they think is very attractive, highly magnetic. We have the Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups. I feel that this masculine energy wants to ask this feminine out, but I also feel that they are watching this feminine as this feminine is out and about with their friends, celebrating, partying, having a good time, enjoying the moment, living for the moment. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very attractive, very independent, leadership energy, strong, courageous, bold. The King of Pentacles is someone who is very stable. He has money. And this is someone who is also very reliable and someone who is going to commit in a connection, in a relationship. So I'm guessing that this King of Pentacles, which could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and this Queen of Wands, which could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, and last but not least, Aries. I am a bit thirsty, so now would be the time for you to also take a sip of your drink. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This masculine is very thirsty for this feminine. They want to taste. Alright. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clarify these. Ooh, and I didn't even mention, on the back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. Have the Wheel of Fortune here on the back of the deck. Let's see what the deck cuts to. The Page of Wands, I'm telling you, a message is going to be sent. This masculine energy is going to step forward and reach out to this feminine energy. They got something to say. They like what they see. And they're hoping that the wheel turns in their favor, because they are holding on to having their wishes granted when it comes to love and connecting with this feminine energy. They have an offer. They've been holding on to this offer, but they're kind of ready now to come forward. This is the Ethereal Visions Luna Edition, and I'm clarifying with the Ethereal Visions. What do we have here again? I cut this deck to the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands. And we have the Page of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. They got that action. Okay. They're going to take action. And it's going to be very sudden. Loud. And to the point. Why the Lovers? Clarify the Lovers. Ten of Pentacles. They want this feminine in their home. They see a family. They are very attracted to this feminine energy. And they might come forward to this feminine energy in a friendly manner. Maybe there's a mutual friend involved and they want to go out. We have here the Ten of Wands, someone who's burdened. They're holding a lot on their shoulders. Maybe it's the fact that they really want to ask this feminine out. Interesting. Why the Lovers? My goodness. Why the Lovers? It's like they're holding back. They're holding back, right? With this Four of Pentacles energy. Why the Lovers? Knight of Swords. They impulsively want to come forward. They want to have family. Is that why they're burdened? No. Let me find out. Justice. Oh my goodness. They might want to get married. Well, they see themselves having a family with this feminine. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that they want to get married. They're the King of Pentacles after all. They're very stable. They're committed. They're reliable. They're dependable. They got the coin. Let's clarify this Page of Cups. Interesting. We have the Whale, but it's reversed. Okay, find the Page of Cups. King of Wands. Page of Swords. I feel that they want to come forward with an offer, but the thing is like they hope and they dream of something coming with this, but with this King of Wands energy, maybe they feel that there's somebody else. No. Either that or they might not be someone who like wants to come in and just right off the bat have this they don't want to seem like they find this feminine very attractive, but I feel that they also just don't want to seem as if they want one thing, if you know what I mean. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. The World. Should you be watching this feminine online? Seven of Wands, they want to fight. They want to fight off other people. They might want to be fighting this other king here. So this is someone who wants a relationship. They may feel that this Queen of Wands is someone who doesn't want a relationship, is happy with their single life. Four of Wands. I feel that they're willing to, I feel like they are willing to fight though. It's almost as if there's other masculine energies that are just offering something on a physical level, this king feels as if they have more to offer than just that. Like they can give the physical, but they can give much more than that as well. Let's clarify this 9. Why the 9 of Cups? Page of Swords. They want to send a message. They're about to grant you wishes, baby. Whatever you want, however you want, whatever you want. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Queen of Cups. Hold on now. I know what to do to make you fall in love. I don't know why I said that right now, but that's what I was feeling. Look, the sun. I know what to do to make you happy. I know how to get to your heart. I know how to go deep. I can swim in the depths of your soul. Yep, they want to make this feminine happy. That song, As If You Know, I haven't even mentioned it yet. It's by Bryson Tiller. I love Bryson. He's like, you got my soul. I've been working on putting in over. I think it's Bryson Tiller Overtime. You know how I feel about us, right? Like how I want to go about it. But you never tell me how you feel about it and how you want to go about it. I've been working on it, putting in overtime. I've been working for it, putting in overtime. Well, this King of Pentacles looks like they got their coin together. Like they have been working hard. So in the song, he says, girl, that ain't worth it. I know you hear me. I know we said we wouldn't let it get this far. Now I want it for myself. That's his loss. Oh, he mad, huh? Oh, he mad? Too bad. Should have been on his job. You know I deserve it. I've been working this hard. Pour it up, sip it up, get lit. Right, I was mentioning that with this Three of Cups here, like he's gonna ask her out. He's gonna ask the feminine out. Then we have here, ooh, I just got the chills. That was so weird, like that was random. I know he's gonna see us as a threat, that's all. I don't believe that at all. I think, yeah, he most likely did see me as a threat at first. I don't know, but I just know when he sees me, we're together. He's gonna be like, what? Like, like he felt like he lost. I'm kind of looking for her, for you to be my bride and the mother of my child. Oh yeah. Oh, I got the chills when I read that part. But this isn't the song though, of the lyric that I heard, but I don't know why that song popped in right after. So I have to figure out what that song is. Exchange. The song is Exchange by Bryson Tiller. This is what happens when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Next time around, I want it to be different. Waiting on a sign. Guess it's time for a different prayer. Lord, please save her for me. Do this one favor for me. I had to change my player ways. Got way too complicated for me. I hope she's waiting for me. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Just give me all of you in exchange for me. I'm low-key feeling you. I ain't here to start problems. So at the very end, he says, you got my soul. It says right here, I was scrolling through the gram, girl. I had to follow you. Say what's up with you. You got my soul. Okay, so this feminine may very well get a message. This masculine could be watching feminine online. And with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, I feel like something's happening. Like, things ain't working out with the well reversed. Like, there was an offer of the past, and I feel that this, and they could be, okay, so here's where I'm seeing two stories. I'm seeing one story. There's three people involved, right? Three of Cups here. There's a masculine, feminine. There's a masculine who wants to commit to the feminine. There's a feminine who's in connection with two individuals. The King of Wands, this is a physical level, and the King of Coins. This is someone who wants a commitment and a relationship. This King of Coins is saying they want to marry this feminine because they see the feminine as being the mother of their children, and that's how they know. That's how they know that they're their person. And also, that's how you should know that's in your person. This is what I tell other people. If you don't see that person as the mother or the father of your children, they're not the one. They're not the one. Because you should want someone who you can imagine and see being a good mother and a good father. And if you don't see them as being that, you see them as just being a good time and not here for a long time, then that's all that is. It's not something that's stable, that's reliable, that's consistent, that you can build off of. But the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands is a match. But for some reason, I feel like something didn't work out here. And that's a storyline I'm getting. And then I'm also getting another storyline where there's no third party individual, and there's only the third party was themselves, was the king. So the king in the past, this is what they offered, the physical level, that wasn't enough. And so now they're trying to come in and offer something more. And so that is where I'm saying that they're like, I'm gonna grant you your wish. Okay, why the Page of Swords? That was fast. I'm telling you, they're watching online. The Page of Swords and the Lovers again. I'm shook. I'm shook. Sun at the bottom of the deck still. Didn't I say? I said what I said, which is this masculine is watching this feminine online on social media. They're watching their every move. They know what they're doing. They know who they're with, who they're hanging out with. Well, from what they can see, right? From what they can see. But they gotta send a message because they want to be victorious in this love connection. They want this feminine. They're in love. Like Queen of Cups, they're in love. This feminine also embodies the Queen of Cups energy as well as the Queen of Wands. So not only are they bold, they're sexy, they're magnetic, they're attractive, they're caring, compassionate, they're emotionally balanced, they're kind. Okay. All right. Clarify. I'm excited. This is getting good. Why the King of Pentacles? High Priestess. High Priestess. This King of Pentacles could possibly be going to High Priestess to find out more about this feminine. Why the King of Pentacles? The Three of Cups. Six of Pentacles. They could be going to someone. They could be getting a reading done to tap into this feminine energy and see if they're with somebody else, celebrating with somebody else. but also it's kind of hidden. So remember I stated earlier that they may want to go out and ask the feminine out to celebrate, to do something, to go dancing, to go drinking, for some coffee even. Just the vibes are going to be there. So they may be tapping into their own intuition to see if they should do this, but I also feel like there's a sense of things being hidden, or this celebration being hidden. Like, I'm just not, there's like a barrier. This masculine got a barrier on their plans. Damn, all right then. Only can say too much. I mean, yeah, I can't say enough. Wait, what? No. I can't say too much about it because the priestess is popping out. They may have their own spiritual protection. But also I feel like they definitely talking to someone to get more information on this feminine. Oh, they could be talking to one of their friends. They could also see, because the Queen of Wands, she's magic as well. She's holding a wand. So they may be talking to one of their friends and asking about this priestess. They could also see the feminine as a priestess as well, someone who's very spiritual. So not only do they see this as someone who is a Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, they also see this as someone who would be a perfect lover. They'd be a perfect match together, and they see this person as someone who's also spiritual, connected to the divine. Damn, I love that. Okay, why the Queen of Wands? Ace of Pentacles. This queen is able to manifest for themselves, their life, transform. Why the Queen of Wands? The D. All right. I don't know, but now I'm getting a vibe here. Okay, like there's like two things coming through, and first I was like thinking, okay, this feminine may have invested in a toxic relationship, a toxic connection of the past, right? I told you this masculine was to fight. Maybe gave in to their pleasures with this King of Wands, and this King of Wands very well could be this same individual, this King of Pentacles, with the artist here. Okay, I'll go ahead and clarify that. We'll get one more card for the why the Ace of Coins and the Devil. Why the Ace of Coins and the Devil? It fell right on top of this King of Wands, and we had 4 cups, so rejecting. Okay, good, okay. And then, okay, this feminine is very attractive, right? They're a Queen of Wands, and they got a lot of suitors. They're sexy. Masculine energies want them. And so they get a lot of offers, but these are toxic individuals. This Queen of Wands knows what they're working with. They know what they got. They know they're magical. And they may be a Queen of Wands, but at their heart, they're the Queen of Cups. They're a lover. And so they are rejecting. They reject people. They reject offers. They're waiting for the right offer. Yep, with the Hierophant. They're rejecting individuals because they do want someone like the King of Pentacles. And this could be also, this King of Wands could be a toxic connection of the past. That was a physical connection that they may have rejected the offer. Clarify the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Wands. My goodness. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Two of Swords. No. Okay. Why the Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords? The Temperance. The Temperance fell on the well. And so this feminine is tapping into their intuitions, passions. Are these two individuals? Like, that's what I'm wondering here. Like, I can't tell yet if this King of Pentacles and this King of Wands are two individuals, and they're these two knights coming in with the offer. And then we got the queen here. Maybe she rejected both of them. Well, I do know this queen is finding balance. We have the Hangman in the back. Might be waiting to make a decision. Can't see which decision to make. Is trying to find balance internally. And the Temperance, we have Sagittarius energy. Clarify the Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. Five of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. Chariot and the King of Cups. Ooh, we have another pair coming out. Okay. We have three masculines. Two feminines. Three feminines. Because now we got the Queen of Pentacles. We have three pairs. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. This is a divine pair. This masculine energy is the same person. This is them moving through the energies of the different, the water, the earth, the fire. These two individuals are lovers. Okay. That solidified it. The Queen of Pentacles coming out solidified it for me. Okay. So originally, the masculine, very attracted to the feminine, came in with this energy, King of Pentacles energy. They came in with the King of Wands energy. So the masculine energy is this was more of on a physical level. And then we have coming in as the King of Pentacles, which is more of a material level, stability. And then we have here the Queen of Wands originally coming in, and this is that physical level, but then quickly moved to the heart space and the heart. And then we have here the masculine finally shifting into the heart space, and the Queen shifting into the material, wanting more stability. So going from fire to water to earth, and the masculine going from fire to earth to water. They got into their feelings here with the three of, so I do feel that there was we have this third energy, and with it could be friends, because Three of Cups could be friends, but I see the masculine energy being like disappointed, being sad, and they could have also like gone on a trip even, or gone on a trip with friends and like been really sad during that time. And that's where like they really tapped into their heart space and realized how deeply they felt for the feminine energy. And then that's where they're coming in with this like Lover's energy, and we have the Lovers come out twice. And so maybe there's been some time between these individuals, and then they're wanting to come in very like confident, very reliable, consistent, stable, and provide a stable offer in this connection. they want something long term. And maybe this started off as something very physical, but it's moving more towards a stable connection. And I think that's also great, but you know, in the beginning, it's like here, attracted to the superficial, the outside, and then wanting something, realizing that there's something more here and something deeper, and both individuals realizing it, and that maybe when they came together, that there's like this love here, this love that bloomed from this connection. And then both individuals realizing that they wanted something more when it comes to this connection. So I think this is really cool, really beautiful, how we have 3 pairs, and that is how I knew that this is for sure a connection where they're like shifting and transforming as they come into contact, and as the relationship and the connection progresses, I can see that steady progression. So I feel that right now the feminine is more of trying to like balance themselves out. They may not be wanting to see this masculine energy. Like I said here with the well reversed, I'm gonna go ahead and read the meaning of the reversal for the well, and it should also be in the Luna edition, because I think there's also a well card within, hopefully. I just read something right now that I hadn't read before in the book. It says, dedicated to my loving wife, hope without whom this would not have been possible. Your laughter makes each day worth living. I feel that that's how this masculine is feeling. That's why they're trying to come in with this offer now. So reverse means destruction, endings, cold, stagnant. Yeah, so that's what I was saying, that there was an offer, and this offer was on a physical level, and it didn't work out. And so that's here where we have the connection shifting and changing, because I see the masculine energy is still holding on to this connection after an ending, maybe after a fight. There could have been a fight within these 2 individuals, the masculine and the feminine energy, but they're still holding on to it, but that there was an ending with the World and with the 7 of Wands. And I remember here in the very beginning with the 10 of Wands on the back of the deck, I remember here when I was clarifying the lovers, the 10 of Pentacles came out, and on the back of the deck was the 10 of Wands. So them being burdened by this, and they may have been burdened because there was some sort of impulsive action taken, and yeah, so they very well may be blocked from this feminine, because I see the feminine having rejected this. It's like at first the feminine wanted it, like manifested this connection with this masculine energy, but it didn't seem to be anything more than something physical, and there may have been a disagreement that happened, and someone may be blocked. Okay, so that is clarified. Yeah, behind the Queen of Pentacles is the 6 of Cups. So that's where I'm saying this is the same person. This is someone from the past. It's not somebody new. And with the, let's see what this deck cuts to. The 4 of Pentacles. So this, wow, feminine, really? You still holding on? Already blocked. Blocked and everything, and still want that masculine. Well, when you know it's the one, but sometimes it's, you know, sometimes the connections have to be severed for a time being, so the masculine can get themselves together, the feminine can get themselves together. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some messages of love with the Rose Oracle here. Let's see what the Divine Goddess, the Great Mother, the Mother Goddess, the Virgin de Guadalupe has for this reading today. What messages of love does the Goddess have in regards to this reading and this connection? Rapture, sensuality, love, romance, pleasure. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because feminine, go and watch the last Goddess Guidance reading that I posted. This was the end. This was the final card, and I was stating that in that reading, I didn't tap into the masculine energy reading. That didn't come up. It was more focused on the feminine and where the feminine was, and right now here in this reading it's the masculine showing up and then the feminine. And with that card there, it's showing me that feminine, you have been working on yourself and now you're transitioning, now you're transformed. And in that last reading there was another card that said coming together again. So this is very connected to that Goddess Guidance reading. So for the feminine here, and watching this reading, go watch the Goddess Guidance reading. That reading is going to be about, is going to shed light and should resonate with the feminine. And then here now we have the background, and now it seems to be what I'm tapping into when it comes to that reading. Now this is the love portion of it. We have Temple of the Rose, Sacred Power, Expression, and Scarlet Codes. Okay, what messages? Bloom was in the last reading as well. It was on the back of the deck. I'm telling you, that reading, I knew it, and I didn't even get to get into love and pull the romance and love oracle because it didn't fit, and for this it fit. And that's probably why, as I was putting everything away, that flew out with the lovers and all the cards underneath, and I said, okay, I know a love reading when I see one. So here we have Bloom, creations realized, right time, celebrate. And we have here a lot of celebration with this Three of Cups and wanting to celebrate. I do feel that this masculine may be kind of sad. They may feel that the feminine has moved on and moved forward. Maybe the feminine is in a celebration mode. We have Rose without thorns, joy, peace, sweetness of life. Remembering to have gratitude for all that you experience. Have gratitude for the little things. And here we have Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, and destiny. Trust that is what is for you is meant for you, and to let things go with grace. And if it's truly meant to be, you'll come back together with that person even after a separation. And hopefully during that separation, both individuals have worked on themselves to where they can come together and where things can actually work, where the well is no longer reversed and it's upright, where hopes and dreams and love can blossom and bloom from this connection. And I do feel that that's what's going to happen. Like, I do feel these two individuals are going to come back together without a doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. I feel the feminine's been working on themselves, and I feel the masculine has been working on themselves. Here on the back of the deck, we have Temple of the Rose, Sacred Power, Expression, and Scarlet Codes. One more card. I'm gonna pull one more card because that's what I heard. What message does the Divine Goddess of Love have in regards to this reading? Okay. It fell right on top of the Lovers. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I felt a wave of emotions right now. Like, I'm about to. Wow. With the Page of Swords, with the Six of Wands, and the Lovers. Holy Grail. Whoa. Stop. Okay. Woo. When I'm telling you, like, I heard pull one more card. And that's why I just said it. And I said, okay, like, I'm going to pull one more card. We have open. Say yes. Open, not broken. Trust life. Okay, this masculine is coming in, and feminine, you're gonna have to trust the process, okay? You are going to have to be open to it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. But right now, the goddess is asking the feminine to be open. It's asking the masculine to be open. It's asking both individuals to be open to this connection. Take the leap of faith. Reach out to that person. If you love that person, you need to tell them. You can't just be thinking the other person's reading your mind and you're sending your little telepathic signals that you love them and they should know. You need to, like, verbally take action and physically take action. And with the Holy Grail here, stop the endless searching. I feel that. This is blessed. We got a connection here. Blessed by the gods, blessed by the goddess, and to be open to it. That it's okay. Things are gonna be okay. That these two individuals here have gone through a process. They've gone through a change. They've been in separation. They're coming back. They've shifted, as you see, from the fire to the water to the earth and the masculine, from the fire to the earth to the water. This is where I feel like the feminine manifested this connection and they fell in love. They fell in love with the masculine. They didn't realize that they were going to fall in love from the physical. They might have thought this is just physical. They may not have been coming into this and putting too much, like, pressure on this, but it's like once they came into contact with the masculine, oh my gosh, something else, babe. Once they came into contact with the masculine, they knew this person was the one. They fell in love. So sweet. Okay. Look at her being all sexy over here, just like, ooh. And then next thing you know, she's like, I'm in love. And then we have the masculine being over here like, well, damn, I guess I gotta commit because she's the one. I can't let her go. I can't let her go after that. But things ended, and then they're all in their fields here, and they're like, I need to move forward. I need to come forward and express how I've been sad about things and how they want to just celebrate. They want to just go dancing with this feminine, and they weren't ready at the time, but they're ready now. And so then we have the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. Like, they're not searching for anybody else. They don't want anybody else. They want each other. There's nobody out there. There's nobody else out there for them. You see how they're able to, like, switch up, like they're able to be in this, like, fire energy, and this is like, it's giving, like, party energy. Like, they have a good time together, they laugh together, they light each other on fire. And then being this feminine is able to, like, tap into that heart space, and that made the masculine want to commit and want to be stable, provide stability, provide an actual commitment, as in moving to the next level in a commitment, whatever that may be, wherever they are in their connection. And now they're sitting here in their fields because they realize, because they want to commit, because they want to provide this stability, because they do see this person, they do see them being not just lovers but a family. they're in their heart space, they realize they're in love. It was on a physical level in the beginning, but it turned into love. Okay, now I'm gonna get some pearls of wisdom. We have in the back shell codes, resilience, determination, mindfulness. And I do see this person being very determined with the Chariot, with the Six of Wands, wanting to be successful. They're gonna come in confident, and that is what they're hoping will work out. Like that this love connection is gonna work out. They're hoping the feminine will say yes to whatever it is. Maybe they're gonna reach out and send a message. Maybe they're gonna do it online. And they're gonna send a message, and they're hoping that the feminine is open to this, and the feminine is gonna be open to this. They may ignore a message if the message is just on a physical level. They may take time to think about that and see, do they want to go that route again? Was it worth it? Is it worth it? But that's where I feel like this masculine is going to provide something more, something of substance, and there's going to be, behind their words is going to be action. So now let's see the energy that the feminine is in. Oh, okay. Strawberry fields, fertility, inner spring, purity. I love that because it is officially spring, my favorite season. And we have here the bloom, the flowers that are blooming, the wildflowers are blooming. I'm feeling like this masculine feels like this feminine is a wildflower. They are a wildflower. And this is someone who cannot be tamed, but they want to tame this feminine. And so the feminine is in, oh my gosh, I love this. We have wisteria rooted on the back, longevity, luck, and fearlessness. And I'm telling you, feminine, go watch the previous reading, the goddess guidance, because I was talking about how I was thinking about this card today, the wisteria rooted. The wisteria is blooming right now, and I saw the wisteria outside, and I was just thinking about that and how I was feeling like this connection has been progressing, like this love story has been progressing, and now it's at a time where it's ready to bloom. Okay. We have Ethereal Girl Summer. I love this. Okay, let your hair down, have fun, spontaneous. So that's what I'm saying. This feminine is just, they're having a good time. They're not, they're wanting to have a good time. Aphrodite activation. This was also in the goddess guidance reading. Let's get one more card for this feminine energy. Ooh, I knew I needed one more card. The sacred bloom. It's happening. A new you and patience. Okay, so definitely the goddess guidance message was for the feminine, and here we have the feminine actually blooming after hibernation, after transformation, when it came to a love connection, when it came to love, working on their boundaries, what it is that they see that they want in love. And now this spring, there's something that's going to happen. I do feel like this masculine and feminine energy are going to come back together during the spring, because the feminine is open, they are fertile, they're happy, they just want to have fun, they just want to have a good time, and they want to be happy. And they are now this new version of themselves after winter, after being in their hermit mode and having to go within and reflect on this connection. They've been patient. And it does take patience. After a connection doesn't work out, having to heal from that and be in separation, you may feel like you're never going to see that person again. You're never going to come into contact with them again. And it's like you have to mourn it. You have to mourn the connection. But then, some way, somehow, both individuals go through a death, a transformation, a rebirth. And they're able to come back together because now they're on the same frequency. The back of the deck here, we have the Transcendent Alchemist, Charmer, Clairvoyant, Fierce Mystic. I do feel that this feminine energy is very intuitive. They may also be a witch. They may be a witch. They may know about practicing with magic or with herbalism, with healing modalities. They may be very connected spiritually or connected to spiritualism. And that is the energy for the feminine. The feminine is if they're not a witch or you're not someone who aligns with the word witch, that's where I'm saying that it's spirituality. It's about connecting with nature. It's also about connecting with the cosmos, with God, with Goddess, within yourself, seeing the God. Seeing the Goddess within, being able to alchemize your feelings and your emotions and what it is that you go through, your traumas, and like heal from that. That is magic. That's magical. You come out a stronger, wiser, better, more whole person. And that's soul work right there. And so that's where even here in the sacred bloom is happening, a new patience. This person is wearing, it looks to be like a white wedding dress and a veil. And so I'm seeing a story here. That's where I'm saying I do feel like this is leading to something higher, a higher level commitment. Okay. Ooh. The back of the deck, we have the Coward. This masculine energy may have run away from the connection. They could have been cowardly. That ain't gonna work for the feminine. Not for this Queen of Wands. And oh wow. And so by coward, it might have just been that maybe they did not have the courage to step up to the plate, to step up to offering something more to this feminine, what it is that they deserved. So here, as I was shuffling through things, fell out. And I don't know if I should take them or not, but I have the Wizard, the Charlatan, and Romantic. So I'm not going to take these, but what I feel that this is touching on is that this masculine energy, because I saw the Wizard on the back as well when I was shuffling, after the Coward. So I feel like they may have been putting on a show when it came to this connection. Like, said that they were gonna wanting more, or said that they were gonna be a certain way, and they ended up not fulfilling that. Whether it's what it is they had to offer romantically, like, oh, we should go here, we should do this, I want to take you here, I want to do this with you, and then it not happening, it just being on the physical level. And then it could also be that they just weren't honest about what it is that they truly wanted. But it wasn't until after the fact, till things ended or didn't work out, that they realized what it is that they truly wanted. They may have been putting on a front. Okay. So let's see what energy the masculine is in. Okay. Refusal to change. What energy is the masculine in? Oppressor, gathering aid. My goodness. Adventure. Back of the deck, Seeker. That's good. Okay. So, I felt that this masculine energy was sort of like, stop. No more. I can't take it. I feel like I'm being oppressed by this connection. Right, because in the oppressor we have this someone who's much bigger than them, and then there's like a puppet, someone who's chained down. Maybe they just didn't want to be chained down to a commitment, to a connection, to a relationship, to the feminine. Then we have gathering aid. Then going to go work on themselves. They could have even been oppressing themselves, right? In the beginning we had coward. Like, by being in that like coward energy, they're doing themselves a disservice, because as a King of Wands, there is someone who clearly is bold, who is courageous, who is a leader, who will take risks. And they kind of end up not being this King of Wands. Like the true embodiment of it. And so then I see them being in some sort of pattern. And this was oppressing themselves and also the connection. And then they went to go get help with the gathering aid. They reached out to someone. And now they're in this adventure energy. Now they're in this, they're gonna, and the seeker energy, they're seeking like guidance from within, like actually connecting to themselves, to their heart space, aligning themselves with a higher power, with divine, with God, with goddess. Their third eye is opened. They may even be meditating. They're seeking help some way, somehow. Here with the spiritual, I don't know, I was gonna say with a spiritual advisor, but I told you this King of Pentacles may have gone to see someone with the High Priestess. So yeah, but now they're ready. They're ready for like a new adventure. They're ready to climb that mountain. The adventure is also reminding me of the Fool card. So in the tarot card, the Fool is on the edge of the mountain, about to like walk off, and I feel like they're ready to take the leap of faith and jump off, but they're also they have everything they need now. Like, this is a rock climber that has their gear, they're protected, they're strapped down, like they have all the tools they need to move forward in this connection, because they sought guidance and help, because they had something that they needed to work on within themselves. They were refusing to change. They may have even been oppressed by someone else. It could have even been another masculine energy. There's two masculines here, but it could also be themselves. They could have had oppressive thoughts, patterns that they needed to work on, and that's why they were gathering aid and help, realizing they needed to seek help and guidance from someone else so that they could take the leap of faith. They could go on this new adventure when it comes to love. And here with the open, say yes, open, not broken, trust life, they're just having to trust the divine plan, that everything is going to work out in their favor, and that they're going to be able to come back into union with this feminine energy. And I do think that they will. Right on the back of the Seeker we have resurrection. number 11. So I do believe that they have worked on themselves, and that they really are going to be able to come into union with this feminine, because they're going to be a different person. Because I told you, they've been transforming and shifting and changing throughout this connection. Okay, so now we have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And now I am going to pull some romance and love oracle cards. On the back of the deck is a new adventure in love is coming. Get ready. A new adventure. This masculine is coming in. And the goddess is asking the feminine to be open to it. This connection is not broken. Although there's been a separation, the connection has not been severed, because there is a divine plan and a divine destiny. And there's things happening that neither person can see. And these two people are going to come back into alignment. So let's see what messages, some romance and love messages from the goddess. What messages does the goddess have? Okay, I'll just take all of them. We have alone time. Spend some time alone. It will help you gain clarity on your relationship. I feel that this is exactly what both individuals have been doing. They have been to themselves. The masculine, seeking help, seeking guidance. And the feminine, seeking healing. We have individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. I feel that this also is reminding me of the goddess guidance reading for the feminine, and the feminine knowing their boundaries and what they will accept and what they won't accept in a connection, and when it comes to this connection as well. Whew, okay, so maybe we also have this masculine, like with the Four of Pentacles, like wanting to hold on to things, but then we also have the feminine here with the Ace of Coins and the Devil card. So I think the message of guidance is for both the feminine and masculine to not be possessive, to be open to one another, and knowing that spending time apart is healthy and it is good for both individuals, and to not be possessive of one another and of each other's time, and still maintaining individuality within the connection. We have here true love, a deep and endearing connection going beyond superficial attraction. And that's where I stated in the beginning with the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, maybe this was superficial in the beginning, but then it turned into something more, which is beautiful, which is great. Not only are you guys attracted to one another, but you both want a stable, reliable connection, and one that is filled with actual love, not just something physical. You want something more, and that's very beautiful, and that's great. We have the right path. Love is a beautiful journey, and you're on the right path, and that is also clarifying the Sophia card, the divine plan, wisdom, destiny, and also the Bloom card with right time. And then we have here heartbreak. Heartbreak is a part of the human experience. It will pass, and that is where I feel that both individuals have experienced heartbreak. I see here the masculine energy being sad. They may have even cried over this connection. If things didn't work out or there was a separation, they may have been sad about things and just trying their best to celebrate and like move forward. But at the end of the day, this feminine had already touched their heart space. And in the goddess guidance reading with the background of the feminine, the feminine was also sad and heartbroken. So both two individuals were sad and heartbroken and are coming out wiser, stronger, and more connected to themselves and what it is that they desire in a love connection. And that this is a part of the process, and that there is a coming back from that experience. There's a lesson within that experience, and maybe the lesson is this is not something that they would ever want to go through again. And so they are going to come back and be able to navigate this in a healthier and more productive way. We have dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. And as I stated in the Goddess Guidance Week, that there was a message that the feminine will receive guidance within their dreams. So not only will it be actual physical dreams as when you go to sleep and you're dreaming, it'll also be like, pay attention to your daydreams. So with the lovers coming out twice, like in this card, both their eyes are closed and they're embracing one another. It's as if they're like, it almost to me seems like they could be laying down. Well, it looks like the masculine is up, but so it's giving to me like a daydream. I'm seeing like a daydream, and so I do feel like maybe even these individuals may connect to one another in the dream state, and that it's saying to pay attention to your dreams, that you will receive messages in your dreams in regards to this connection about one another. And I do feel that these two individuals are connected through dreams, but to also pay attention to the messages that come to you in your dreams, because this is the divine goddess, a higher power, guardian guides, guardian angels, and guardian protectors sending messages your way to prepare you for the waking life. They're sending them to you when you're asleep, so that way you can better navigate the waking life. Okay, so that is the romance and love. Okay, so that is the romance and love messages that I have for this reading. Lastly, I am going to pull some Prism Oracle cards. Faith. Have faith. Trust the process. Trust in the divine plan. Trust that if this love is destined for you, it will work out and it will succeed. See what messages. The messages that came out have here balance, rest, isolation, success, and energy. And here on the back of the deck is flow. So I feel that, oh my goodness, just want to back in. So here I see these two individuals seeking balance within themselves, taking time to rest, to isolate themselves from the connection. So there's this separation energy, focusing on their thoughts, their consciousness, and their happiness. And with the rest, I also feel that that's healing. That also goes along with the alone time. And then with the success and the energy, that's where there's like this shift, this change, because we're going from this isolation card to the success. And here we have like a rainbow and the sun, and it's giving 10 of Cups energy. And I do feel that with all of this, this is like going to be the big shift within the connection where these two individuals come together again after having been separated and being isolated from one another, from the love, the connection, the communication. But the whole time this masculine has been watching the feminine, and now they're at a point where they're confident. They feel that they are able to come in and be strong, confident, and dependable, reliable, and courageous, and that they want to be successful in what it is that they have to offer the feminine, and they're being open that things will work out for them. And the feminine is also being open and hoping that what is for them is for them, and that if it's meant to be, it will be, and if it isn't, that, you know, they understand and let it go with grace, and that if it's meant to work out, it will. That's the oracle messages that I have. Oh, you know what? Now I'm gonna pull from the soundtrack oracle. This is definitely that past energy we have waiting here. So we have numb, complicated, and let go. So what this is speaking to is that this connection was too complicated for both individuals. One individual was numb to their feelings, and they felt that things got too complicated. I feel like that was the masculine energy, and so they chose to let it go. And then we have waiting, and now they're waiting for things to turn around and to come back again. And I feel like that's also the feminine waiting. Regrets. Split it to regrets. Yeah, the masculine energy, I do feel, has regrets when it comes to this connection. I mean, the feminine as well, because especially if the feminine did fall for this masculine energy fairly quickly, or quicker than the masculine realized what their feelings were when it came to this connection, then that could lead the feminine to feel regret and feel like maybe it wasn't worth it. But you know, every connection, there is something for us to learn, and we do come into contact with people because there are lessons for us to learn within that connection. Nothing is for nothing. I mean, we don't come into contact with people for no reason. There's always a reason and a purpose behind it. There's always things to learn from it. Nothing is, what is the word? There's no coincidence. It is divine plan and destiny. Okay. I don't like leaving on that note. Spirit, oh, thank goddess. Okay, so with that, with the waiting and spirit, this is what I call the God card. And when I see spirit, I see that as God saying everything is going to work out. God is saying everything is going to work out, and everything is going to work out in each individual person's favor for what is their highest good and for the highest good of this connection. So through all of this, yes, things were complicated. Yes, there may have been a separation and both individuals had to let go, but they let go because they needed to change and transform within themselves. That change, that transformation, that healing is what is leading them to a new version of themselves, to where they are vibrating at the same frequency to come back into connection with one another. And so that is where things will be successful, and there's going to be a lot of energy and forward movement within the connection. There is love here between these two individuals. We have the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. They are not searching for anybody else. They don't want anybody else. This Queen of Wands is just like with Four of Cups, ignoring, rejecting, meditating, and blocking out toxic connections and individuals. And so that is why the Spirit card is coming out. It's just a reminder of the divine plan, the divine destiny. And this is where Goddess wants the feminine to know and the masculine to know that the love that you seek is seeking you. Alright, that is the reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did. And until next time, bye. And if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next reading and seeing how this love story continues to unfold.